After 2 episodes of nothing, this week's Rumble Garanndoll is a welcome return to form. We get the conclusion to WerdCat's story in the introduction of the Cat 3. That said, I also want to say that not much really happens in this episode. The first half is really slow and pointless. They really make you wait to get to the good stuff. And honestly, I don't know if this is something seasonal anime shows do when they reach 8 episodes, because it really feels like every show has been slowing down considerably by the time they hit episode 7 or 8. I guess they're stalling for the finale, but man, it really takes you out of these shows. Luckily, this week's Rumble Garanndoll seems to be the end of the slow padding. But yeah, the first half is just Commander Balzac literally stalling for time, since Hosomichi and WerdCat are still underground looking for their treasure. The treasure WerdCat is looking for ends up being a link cable for her Game Boy Advance. Her tragic backstory is that her dad would always play these games with her using that link cable. But one day, he left to get cigarettes and never came back home. A tale as old as time. She ended up being a recluse because she was afraid of leaving and disappearing too, which I do like as a reason for her being a NEET. It would have been so easy to go with the traditional route of being an otaku with no friends who likes to play games all day. But instead, Rumble Garanndoll decides to put some real logic and tragedy in WerdCat's behavior. Another thing I do like is how they keep showing how the Resistance get these battery girls. Besides Rin, it seems like they really just kidnap random people they deem compatible. Yakumo's lecture to the weebs in the underground is something else I liked. Honestly, I really agree with the True Army because they make some great points. I guess the problem is that they do take it to the extreme. Just like the Resistance with their love of otaku culture. Both sides have a point, but the problem is they each take their ideals a bit too far. I'm sure there's commentary there, but I ain't about to touch that. So anyways, Hosomichi and WerdCat come to an understanding and power up the Garann. The Cat 3 is unique because it first starts off as a really weak mech. But after helping WerdCat fill her passion meter, a giant table descends from the sky and merges with the Cat 3. The real Cat 3 is actually a giant-ass tank of a mech. You guys remember the classic Yu-Gi-Oh card Catapult Turtle? Yeah, that's what this kind of reminded me of. It also reminded me of the new Gundam's Pyramid Beam Shield, because they smartly make the tablecloth out of beam energy. Yakumo's mech itself is also a giant tank of a mech, so naturally, the way they fight is via Macross Missile Massacre. It's actually kinda insane to see the Cat 3's table just keep opening up different ports and more missiles and beams coming out of it. Yakumo retreats and the episode ends with WerdCat calling Hosomichi her older brother. It's not the best episode this show has produced, but the second half is on par with the great ones. The good news is, it looks like something finally is gonna happen next week. So here's hoping it'll actually be a good one from top to bottom. Alright guys, that's it. See ya!